Alright guys, welcome to my home garage. I'm going to give you a tour of my 3 workspaces because at the end of this I'm going to give you your assignment and basically you're going to have to show me what you are doing in your workspaces using some of the stuff that you have hopefully learned either this year or over the years taking your shop classes at school. So my whole philosophy with all of this stuff that we do in the shop is not I always tell everybody it's 10% education and 90% inspiration. I want you guys to be able to go home and use what you're learning at school to do something. So here's your chance. Show me what you're doing, okay? 2 shops, I'll show you what I'm working on, and then you're going to have to keep checking in with me, showing me what you're working on, okay? So let me flip the camera around if I can figure out how to do this here. So here is my home garage. I'll give you a quick because I'm not going to be able to upload a very big video. Okay, not a very big garage, got all the tools that I need. And here's what I'm going to be working on first. Some of you guys probably remember this from the school, the Cougar. I got all kinds of stuff that needs to be done to it. And over here is my parts bin. So I've got new brake lines that need to go on. I've even got parts for the projects at school. So here's some parts for the purple truck. Those of you guys that are working on that F100 to the Crown Vic swap over. More Cougar parts. I got parts for my big blue crew cab truck. In fact, I've got an entire front end rebuild kit down there that's going to go on that truck. And for those of you guys that were doing the fire truck, if you remember, we couldn't get the front end to fit before we left. Here is why. I've got a brand new front core support, radiator support that's going to go in that truck. So as soon as we can get back to the school, we're going to try to get that stuff done. So this is my home garage. I don't know what yours looks like. Mine still needs finished. Don't have a ceiling in it yet. Don't have it wired all the way. Got curtains hung over the doors because I don't have the actual doors in there yet. But this is what I've got for this shop. I do my mechanicing work in here, and I will take you to the other shops and show you what else. All right, here we are, shop number 2. Far enough away that I have to ride the 4-wheeler or drive the truck to get here. You can see my house, but it's way through the woods over there. So, not the most convenient shop to work in, but it works. This used to be a hog barn. When I was a kid, there were actually pigs in here. But several years ago, I converted it into a workshop, and really all I do in here is work on tractors and stuff, but it's really not big enough for cars. And it's not finished, but like everything else, it's usable. So my first project that I'm going to work on is probably going to be working on a tractor in here. It needs freeze plug put in it. It needs tune-up done to it so that we can start bush hogging some pasture and some paths and around some ponds so we can go fishing and all that kind of good stuff. I've got basically what I need for working on old tractors in here. I supply bolt bends and a drill press and tools and all that kind of good stuff. Paint cabinet. I got a small welder in here, chop saw, and through here I've got a couple of the tractors. There's one of them, and that'll have the lawnmower for mowing grass. And then down here, some of you guys might remember this, the old homemade tractor from the school, the old one, not the one that's there now. And then another Ford tractor. So that one doesn't need any work. That one's pretty good, so don't have to worry about that. But my first project that I'll probably update you guys on will be out of this shop. Nothing fancy. Cobwebs hanging from the ceiling. Built with old used parts from other projects. But it'll work. It's enough to get me going. It'll be enough. Your guys's, whatever you got, will be enough to get you going. So whatever you got, that's what you can use. So got one more to show you. We'll head there next. Got to drive again. Okay, here we are. Shop number 3. That's the one we were just at over there. Now we're across the road. Don't necessarily have to drive over here, but it makes it a lot easier. This one is at an old farm that's across the road from our house. It's my dad's place, but he was kind enough to let me utilize some of his space. So here it is. It's going to be in the back half of this, which used to be an old milk barn. This was the front half where the milking equipment was, and then the back half where I'm actually going to be working is where the cows were actually milked at. So it wouldn't be one of my places without having to walk past an old car. So there is the 64 Rambler that I kind of donated to my dad years ago, and he keeps it up and keeps it running. Actually, that was a project of mine. When I was 17, I bought it at a sale for 210 bucks, and we got it going, and I ended up between my junior and senior year painting it and fixing it all up and putting an interior in it. And it's just a cheap little fun car. Drove it a lot when I was younger, went off to college, and moved up north and kind of gave it to him, and now he plays with it and uses it as one of his toys. So here is my basically wood shop. This used to be a milking parlor, and I took out all of the milking equipment that was no longer used, hadn't been used since before I was born, and turned it into a wood shop. Still got the chute in the floor, which is there. Got to put the other part of it in someday for the manure chute. And then over here was where the headstocks were, and you can see the outline on the floor where the old manger used to be, where you would feed them hay while they were in here being milked. But this is it. This is my wood shop. Got a old ancient bandsaw, got a old ancient drill press, got an old ancient TV to watch, some movies while you're in here working. Bolt bins, big giant cabinet full of drawers, whatever tools you need. Another drill press and some sanders, router table, workbench, all that kind of good stuff. So this is a small shop. It's actually probably about half the size of our classroom at school, but it's fine. It works. I can do whatever I need to do in here. Got a couple of table saws that need fixed and put under repair. Here's a project that I started already. Got a couple of kids, a little baby that's starting to get more and more toys. So we had this old cedar chest with the bottom was rotten off of it. So I took all the old skirt off the bottom of it and put some legs that I had laying around on it. I'm going to take them back off and paint them black, and then upholster the top with some fabric and a cushion. But this is what I got. So here is your challenge, and I'm going to try to flip myself around here so that I'm talking to you again. You need to be working on something, and I'm not going to tell you what that means. I'm not going to say that if you're in automotive, you have to do something automotive related, or if you're in construction, you have to do something construction related, but you need to be working on something, okay? That is up to you. And if you don't have a whole lot of stuff, I know I've got 3 shops, but they're nothing fancy. Your parents probably have stuff that you can work on. Your grandparents might have stuff that you can work on. And we're going to be pretty open with this. You can change the oil in your truck. That's good. You can even get yourself a space set up. Maybe you've got some old tools or your parents laying around, and you've got a corner of the garage that's dirty and needs cleaned out. Clean that out, set you up a spot where you can do something. Okay, we're going to leave it up to you what you want to be working on. But every week, I need you to send me at least a picture with you in it and show me what exactly you are doing. Okay? So that's all it's going to be. And every week I'm just going to go through there and check who's working, who's not working, who's getting stuff done. If you need advice or if you need help, you can email me. We're going to try to set up a Google Classroom where you can ask questions on that. So I want you guys to be using some of your skills to do something at home. Okay? I'll keep you updated with what I'm working on too. And then we'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll be at school by the end of the year and we can kind of come together and talk about all our projects, or maybe next year whenever you come to class, this is what we'll talk about. But that's your assignment for now. I will put it all in writing on Google Classrooms, so make sure you read all that stuff and keep me up to date. See ya.